Muse Music Store and Mahaska County Conservation Board presents Eveland Access Summerfest Music by the River 2024. June 1st from noon to 10 p.m. featuring 8 musical artists with live music, activities like bingo, sand volleyball, and cornhole, food, and much, much more. It's a free event at the Eveland Access Campgrounds at 2890 Galveston Avenue, Oskaloosa. Bring a friend and have a lot of fun at the Eveland Access Summerfest 2024 Music by the River. June 1st from noon to 10 at the Eveland Access Campgrounds. All righty, and welcome into the sports section live from Brothers Market in Sigourney, Iowa at 118 South Main Street in the big town of Sigourney. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, and let's take it to Jenny Hobbs, our host of the show. Jenny, what's going on this morning?
Well, good morning. It has been a busy week. The weather kind of cooperated for the most part. So let's talk, first of all, who qualified for the next round of golf. The Kyoto boys, Sigourney boys, HLV/Tri-County boys, girls, Emma Hammis from Sigourney and Allie Style from North Mahaska are all moving on, so good luck to them and their next step. State track, I got a big list here, and I love state track. I just feel it's one of the greatest high school events that the state puts on. Okay, so here we go. From EV, we have, and all these, a lot of them have qualified for numerous events. Ava Gerking off and jump, or last time I saw her, she's had a stress fracture and was in a boot. So as well, Damon Knox, Garrett Watts, their boys 4x1 team, and their boys shuttle hurdle team. Pekin, Chloe Glosser, their 4x1 shuttle hurdle team, girls, 4x4, 4x8, Anna Hadley in the throws, their distance med, Brady McWhirter, J. Don Wover, their 4x4 boys team, and their shuttle hurdle boys team. North Mahaska, some former guest on our show, but Emerson Jedlicka, Nat Linder, their girls 4x4, Lucas Nuckenhoven, and the boys 4x4, the boys 4x8, and the boys sprint med team. So the area and our conference will be well represented at the state meet this coming weekend. And soccer's still going. I know their first round, especially after last week, our guest, I did not have a chance to go ask them how to pronounce their name. So again, sorry, but there we go. You got your kids shout out, and again, good luck this week at state.
All right, and let's take a look at our athlete of the week for this week. You know, our athlete and team of the week, it's all about English Valleys on Steve Shetler Media this week, as Ava Gerking was voted the athlete of the week from English Valleys Track. So congratulations to Ava. I know she was amongst your names that you mentioned there going on. And then the English Valleys girls track team. It was voted our Kelly Style State Farm team of the week. So English Valleys girls track, and again, Ava Gerking, our Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics athlete of the week. Now, I'll be asking for suggestions and nominations starting later on tomorrow afternoon for the athlete and team of the week, so make sure you look for that post on Steve Shetler Media Facebook, and we'll get things rocking and rolling there. And then the polls go up on Mondays, so make sure you tune in for that, the athlete and team of the week. Let's go back to Jenny Hobbs and Zach Tremmel. Jenny.
Good morning. I have a special guest this morning, the Sigourney boys golf coach. Do you do both of them?
Boys and girls, yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. So just give us a little background, and I've known you for a long, long time, but just a little family background, why you got into coaching, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, obviously I grew up in Washington a long time ago. My dad was a basketball coach there, so kind of in the blood. I got into coaching right out of college. I spent time, actually 1 year in Belmont Clemmy up in by Mason City, and then I wanted to get back this way, and I was at HLV for about 10 years. So I was in the conference for a while. I was in Oskaloosa for a few years, and then we ended up landing here in Sigourney. I've been here, I think, 9 years. Coached girls basketball. Then I've moved over to boys as the assistant. And I've done boys and girls golf every year since I've been here. So obviously coach had some great kids to coach.
Awesome. And we're going to talk about your dad for a little bit, because He was a pretty special guy, and well, your mom was awesome too. I mean,
Yeah.
both educators, so from a very long line of educators. Okay, so when I was a kid, and everybody, I went to Mid Prairie, and we were scared to death of your dad. As an area basketball, and Dwight Gingrich. But do you feel like your coaching style is kind of like your dad's, or?
We have some similarities. I think he was a lot. He probably yelled a lot more than I do. I'm not. I will yell at times, but he was very. He would yell a lot, but I think we both demand, excellence, and I learned a lot of things from him. Like you said, I grew up with Donnie Showalter, Dwight Gingrich, and my dad, who three of the best coaches in the state. We had basketball camps. I know you came that
Yep.
probably bigger than what the University of Iowa puts on. These camps were huge. We brought kids in from everywhere, and it was the funnest week of the year. And go to Washington and head over to Mid Prairie's
Yep.
camp, and it was just a fun time, and it was just fun to be a part of back then.
Well, exactly. And we had camp from 8 in the morning, 8 to noon, all week long. I mean, we went hard for 4 hours. And yes, kids came down and stayed with host families for the week. Central Arcade. I mean, it was a lot of fun. And I name from one of Washington's finest, Otis Pendleton,
Yep.
called me Shooter, and I find that ironic. But anywho, if you know, you know. If you don't, that's all right. We won't go into details. But I do have one good story about when your dad was here. And he was older and he had mellowed. It was the first day of girls basketball practice, and I'm a yeller too. I get pretty fired up, and one of the baskets was not working. It wouldn't come down, and I had like 26 kids out, and I like to keep them busy. Use all the baskets, and I walked into his office, and instantly he's like, "Now calm down, calm down." He goes, "It's okay." And I was like, "Okay, Dave, think about this 30 years ago. Would you have been very happy if you had a basket in your gym that was not working?" He goes, "Okay, you got a point, but there's nothing we can do about it, so just calm down." So anyway, I thought that was, it kind of come full circle. All right, so now tell us about your golf team.
Yeah, we'll start with the girls. We had regionals yesterday. We had a lot of younger girls that are, we had a really solid team about 3 years ago, and we lost everything. So it was kind of a rebuild mode. We got some new girls out that were playing. I thought we started playing pretty good this year. Emma Hammis, she actually qualified. She's moving on to Moravia for a chance to go to the state tournament. She's one of those girls that didn't go out until her junior year, which, from a coaching standpoint, I wish she would have went out as a freshman. I think she could have made even bigger gains, but she's picked up the game and has really made some major progress. And she shot a 95, shot 46 on the back nine yesterday, which is her career low. And we had a really tough field. Highlands here, who's one of the top teams in the state, so they took up. I don't like how the girls do it. They just take the top 6, move on, regardless if you're on a qualifying team or not. So Highland could have got all 6 on and nobody would have went. But I think Highland had 4 of the top 6, and then a couple others are moving on, and luckily Emma is. But we had some other girls I thought stepped up yesterday. My daughter, Addie Tremble, had her low. She shot 105, which is very good for a freshman. Lana Thomas, another girl that just decided to come out this year. She picked up the game, and she shot 109. And then we struggled to get that 4 score, and that's kind of been the issue all year. And the boys' side has that same issue at times. But we have Hannah Hanselman, her sister Claire is out for golf, and they're both making some strides. Ellie Ireland, and then Krista Sellers is another senior, and Krista's been the one she's been out all 4 years. So we're going to lose 3 seniors this year. We've got 4 girls coming back, and I think we have a few 8th graders coming out, and hopefully we can build on what we did this year and have some success next year as well.
All right, so before we talk about the boys, I'm curious how a typical golf practice looks like. So you guys meet out at the golf course. Do you have like a list of things you want to work on? How does it work for golf practice?
Well, if you've ever been to Sigourney, we don't have a driving range or a practice green.
Not
so
anymore. Yep.
That kind of limits things. So if we play, we go to Sigourney and we play. But if we want to work on our swing, we go to Oskaloosa to the driving range over there, and they let us use their practice green and sand facilities. So if we're practicing that type of stuff, we go to Oskaloosa. If we're playing holes, we stay in Sigourney. So that's kind of what we do. It's hard with only one coach, being boys and girls. There's a lot of nights where I've got the girls somewhere, so the boys are just on their own. But I think the thing with golf is if you're out, you love the game. It's not like you're hating to go to practice. So they are, especially on our boys' side, if you go out there, they are out there 12, 14 hours a day just playing golf nonstop. So, that makes coaching easy when you get kids that love the sport. And, when I'm done with practice, they all go get their carts, jump on their cart, and they play till dark. So, and that's what it takes to be good at golf. You just have to play.
Good. Okay, now talk about the boys.
Yeah, so our boys' side, we've had the talent all year. Like I said, we struggled at times to find that fourth score, and I just said if we can put this together, I think we can beat anybody, and we were able to do that at our conference meet, and we had 5 really good scores, so that gave us the depth for the first time. And our conference is pretty good. Keota is very good. We played them twice. We were able to beat them at the conference meet. BGM's solid. Montezuma has some great golfers. English Valley has 2 really good golfers. So it's a really deep conference for 1A golf, in my opinion. And it shows here because at our sectional meets, they spread us all over the state. We went to Loudon, Iowa, North Cedar. We won that. Keota went to Central City. They won that. BGM went to Linville. They won that. English Valley went to New London. They won that. So they kind of spread us out because I think the state knew we had some good golfers in our conference. So those guys are all spread out. HLV Tri-County went with Keota and was able to get second there, so they moved on. So we're all going to meet up again in Wapello on Monday for, another conference meet per se with Hillcrest and Winfield. And so the top 2 there are going to move on to the state tournament. I think there's 4 or 5 of us that feel really confident that we have a great shot, and I think you could see 2 conference schools.
Has medaled or been runner-up medalist in a lot of meets, but who else is all on the team? Varsity.
Yeah, it starts with Solon. He's a very good player. He has the capabilities of going under par every round if he puts things together. He was runner-up. He's been runner-up at our conference meet twice. He shot 76 both times, and the 75s won it. So he lost to Clay Morse from Sigourney last year, and then Peyton Roth from HLV this year. So he's right there knocking on the door. I think he'll get a conference title before it's over. And like I said, it starts with him. If he puts that good score out for us, that gives us a little wiggle room if we do have some mistakes. Kane Weber is another one that's been playing for me for a while. He's starting to play good. He had some really good rounds over in Oskaloosa, the Oski Invite and Conference. Isaac Brunn struggled for most of the year, but to his credit, the meets that have counted here at the end, he's stepped up and he's kind of found his game, and that's been huge for us because he has the capabilities of going low, and when he does that, that really, really helps us out. Josh Wyatt's another one that scores a lot for us. He can go low. Brock Alderson plays for us. He's turned 5 players for next year, and I'm missing one right now. It's drawing a blank here. So we have Solon, Kane, Josh, Isaac, Brock, and who is the other one?
I remember seeing their picture on Facebook, but
Man, I feel terrible right now because I can't remember who it is.
It's early Saturday morning.
It'll come to me, I'm thinking, but my Lord. I don't know. Let's just move on. I'll come back. Sorry, I'll be back.
No, that's all right. So, just since I know you coach a lot of different sports, just your opinion on playing multiple sports.
Yeah,
golf could be one of those sports that you just concentrate on. But what's your opinion on multiple sports?
Well, especially in a small school, you have to play everything. It's, I think you got to have coaches that are willing to work. It's Ike Molnick. So speaking of that, there we go.
There you go. He also runs track. Yep.
He's probably the best athlete on a golf course you're ever going to see. He is just a freak athlete, and he loves the game of golf. So, So thanks for bringing that up. But yeah, he runs track. He plays golf, and Coach Jensen and I work well together. Ike will go to track. He'll come out and golf. But again, you can go out to the golf course today, and I bet he's out there for 12 hours. I mean, the kid just plays golf nonstop. I coached him in basketball. He's going to be a great basketball player too. Just a freshman. But yeah, I have no problem with kids in the spring, especially that are wanting to run track, play golf, soccer, if that's a thing. Just have to be able to work with the coaches. If we miss a meet or two, we had some depth. We had some other kids. But golf's the sport where you need them at the end for the main meets, and I know Coach Jensen realizes that. So Wednesday we went to Wapello, or Thursday we went to Wapello, and they came back and ran in the district meet. So, I preach, go out for everything. You don't want to end your high school career and not have regrets. So try everything. May not be for you, but I'm definitely a coach that I love when kids are out for everything. I think you just learn when you get in that grind how to win tight games by playing everything. So we definitely have kids that are Isaac Bruns is another good athlete that plays a lot of stuff. So right now we're dealing with baseball. Baseball started, so it's over the top of golf, and so they're dealing with 3 sports right now. But the biggest thing is they're missing a lot of school. So but I do have really smart kids, so that helps. They're able to stay up on their schoolwork and juggle 3 sports, and we're still having a successful year. So, like I said, yeah, I definitely am all about playing as much as you can and enjoying the ride.
Exactly. And we've had that discussion a lot of times on here. It's like, it's okay. Exactly. No regrets. Go out, especially in junior high, try everything. And you never know if you're going to like it or not. You grow and you mature, and you get stronger. And I would say Emma Hammis would be a good example. She tried golf, and what do you know? Now she's going on to the next round. Okay, so let's talk about, of all your coaching or teaching, what's your proudest moment? What are you most proud of? Something that just really sticks out that's like, wow, that was pretty awesome.
Probably in the coaching world would be my basketball team at HLV. We went 26 in a camp and lost to them by 1. So that's kind of when my eyes opened that we have a really good team. We returned a lot, and that team was extremely good. We lost to North Mahaska once in the regular season by 1. We beat them by 1 at home, and we beat them by 1 in the sub-state in Fairfield. I thought they about rimmed out a half quarter to beat us, but that team was just, you get those teams once, maybe twice in your coaching career, and they're just easy to coach, and that team was very special. And like I said, my daughter was born 2 days before the state tournament, so all of that kind of just, you remember that. And I still talk to a lot of those kids. A lot of them played golf as well. So, but yeah, as far as coaching, that's definitely probably my biggest highlight was at HLV with my boys basketball team.
Was Brooks McCowan the NU coach, NU high coach?
He left, went to Kansas City that year, but he left a gold mine of a team right there. So, no, he left that first year, and it was, whoever took it over, I don't remember his name, but they were exceptional.
We'll say the McCowans are another basketball royalty that always came down to camp, always. So I know Brooks and the whole family.
Well, John McCowan grew up he's from Washington. He played for my dad.
Yep.
So, yeah, the McCowan, I think, isn't Brooks, or who is the leading scorer in the state all time? It's one of those McCowans.
Yep.
So,
then the daughter, now I'm having brain fart too, Brittany, I think. Anyway, she always was on my teams at Snow Valley, so I got to know her really well.
Yeah, it's a great basketball family, that's for sure.
Gotta love them. Okay, so Steve, do you have any questions for Zach?
I don't. Maybe take a quick peek ahead later on this year for basketball. What are things looking like for basketball later on?
Yeah, Coach Eslick and I have a lot planned for the summer. We had some really good teams in our conference, so we're happy to see Keota graduate a lot of those kids because they kind of stuck it to us. Linville's going to lose some talent. So I think Coach Eslick and I and even the players feel like we can battle this year for a conference title. We return everything, basically. We were extremely young. I think we played a freshman, 3 sophomores, and a junior were our starters. So everybody's back. We have a very good 8th grade class coming in as freshmen. We're going to have 30-plus kids out for boys basketball, so there's a lot to be excited about on the boys' side of basketball. And, that's kind of a sport that hasn't been the greatest here, but I think that's starting to turn. We're excited. I know Mitch is excited. We're going to take the kids this summer and hopefully play 20 games and, kind of ride off football success, hopefully, and we can have a great winter, and we'll see what happens.
And I think that's important also to stress is how much summertime it takes to develop. You're developing your skills in the gym, you develop your competitiveness, going to team camps and playing in leagues. So anyway, I think I'm glad that kids they commit in the summer, and I know they have football, Monday, Wednesday, Friday for 2 hours, and the Sigourney kids have always liked the weight room. I've always enjoyed working out, and I'm glad that you guys got a lot of summer activities, and that's kind of that's what you need. And
Yeah.
I know you guys will be super successful this year.
Yeah, it's our football team. They've been committed for 40 years. I mean, we get 50, 60 kids in the weight room lifting every. I think they do maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Now but whatever. We're following right behind just because the kids are there. So when they're done at 9 o'clock, it's an easy transition. Come to the gym. We'll have open gyms. That gives them a little time off before baseball. But yeah, you've got to put in the time. I mean, if you don't, you're just never going to get to that level you need to be at. To win down the stretch, and we've got a lot of kids that like basketball, so that helps as well.
And I've always said, first of all, for kids that are like, well, I need to get a job, I need to get a summer job. First of all, there is time for that, and second of all, you're going to work the rest of your life. So enjoy your high school career, And to me, this is teaching kids a work ethic. Like if you can commit to come in the gym every day and really put in time, those are the kids that I want to employ, not kids that quit sports to, get a job. I want kids that stick with it and find a way. So I guess that's my philosophy.
I agree. If they can get in there, things are going to come up for the most part. You're going to have your same dedicated kids. We'll probably have that around 10 kids that are going to be there every single time, and when the lights turn on in the gym in the winter, those are going to be the 10 that are probably playing too. Yeah. So it's just when you put that effort in, you're just going to see the gains. I think summer's all about individual improvement, and then that makes a team come wintertime.
Yep. Amen.
All right. Well, let's take a look right now at the Brothers Market app. Savings made simple with shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, you can earn rewards, see the deal of the week and other shopping deals. Get the app. It is a smart way to shop with Brothers Market. The app, again, go to shopbrothersmarket.com and make sure you download that app. Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney. What do we got? This or that? Is that what's up next, Jenny?
Yep, that is next.
All right.
Okay, so Zach, I will ask you this or that, and you just say which one you prefer.
Okay.
Just whatever comes to your mind first. All right, and some of them are random. Some of them I do every week. Facebook or Snapchat?
Facebook.
Would you rather listen to the radio or listen to the announcers on TV?
TV.
Jeans or sweatpants?
Sweatpants.
I'll say PE teacher. French fries or tater tots?
French fries.
I always ask Hawkeyes or Cyclones, but I took that out because I kind of know your answer.
Yeah, Hawkeyes all day long.
So when you're going on a road trip, driver or shotgun?
Driving.
Math or science?
Math. I love math.
And I know Addie, is really into showing sheep and does a great job with that. County fair, I should say in Keokuk County, it should be expo, but county fair or state fair?
State fair.
A lot more to do in there.
Yeah, there's a lot more to do.
There's other tents to go to. Steak or burger?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's tough to beat a good burger, so I'm going to go with that.
I agree. Football or basketball?
Basketball.
Okay, and then I knew that was going to be the answer, so this is the big one. Basketball or golf?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd rather play golf. I'd probably rather watch basketball.
Okay, hey, there you go. Cat or dog?
Dog.
Shopping, online or in-store?
My wife's addicted to online shopping, so I'll go with the in-store answer.
I think your wife and my wife keep our street pretty busy with the delivery guys.
Yeah, we're pretty tight with the UPS guy. He's first name basis.
So he was my best buddy during lockdown.
Yeah.
And I know you guys like to go to the beach a lot. So this is a beach. Do you rather go to a lake beach or an ocean beach?
Probably an ocean, but that doesn't happen very often. It's a lot easier to go down to Lake or Rathbun or something.
When you go to Pizza Ranch, chicken or pizza?
Pizza.
And the last one, Snickers or Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
Reese's. I love peanut butter.
Awesome. There we go, Steve.
All right, that's this or that. And then let's transition into our pick'ems. We're looking at our pick'ems standings right now. And Jenny, boy, we got work to do.
We had a rough week last week, Steve.
It was rough. The guest pickers are pulling away. Guest pickers right now lead the standings with 33 correct picks. Now, Jenny, you have 29, and I'm down there a ways at 27. So guest pickers are kicking our butts right now. What do we got for games this week? Of course, we're going to have Zach as our guest picker this week.
Well, and Zach probably watches NBA. Do you?
I watch the playoffs.
Okay.
The regular season gets a little old, but
Okay.
I do love NBA playoff basketball.
And I usually don't. Game is Oklahoma City Thunder at the Dallas Mavericks. It's game 3. It's tied 1-1. So who do you think?
I'll take Dallas. Luka is very good.
Yes. I'm going to go Dallas.
It's Dallas and Oklahoma City.
Yes.
Where's the game?
In Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas.
Let's go a little Major League Baseball. We have the Washington Nationals are at the Boston Red Sox. And I picked teams that have kind of the same records. So they're both doing pretty well this year.
Is this today, or do we know what day it is?
This is today.
I'll take Boston.
I don't want to agree all the time, but I'll go Nationals to go out on a limb.
Boston.
And then NCAA softball, the Ivy League Championship. We have Harvard versus Princeton.
There's a lot of smart girls on that field. I'll go with Princeton. There was once a Washington kid that went there. Todd Frederick, remember him?
And maybe struck out my brother a
Yeah.
lot.
He went to Princeton, played on the team that either lost to Georgetown by 1 or they beat him.
I
don't
thought they
remember.
beat. Well, I don't know. I think they lost that one. But
He
then,
was on the bench of that game. So
Yeah,
I'll pick Princeton.
Yeah, the thing I remember about Todd Frederick was that he had like chest hair in 6th grade.
Yeah.
We're like, oh my, he needed to shave. Seriously, he needed to shave in 6th grade. Anywho, yeah, he was a heck of a ball player. So I'm gonna go Harvard. I don't know.
We've rambled on so much. What's the matchup?
Harvard and Princeton.
Oh,
softball. Ivy League title.
Who'd you pick, Zach?
I picked Princeton.
And you went with Harvard?
I did.
So I don't have zero clue. Harvard.
Okay. NCAA baseball. Iowa versus Illinois, and they have exactly the same record, and both of them are pretty decent.
Is this a Big Ten tournament? Where's the game at?
I don't know. I clicked on it on the ESPN app, and it wouldn't come up, so I have no idea where it's at.
I'll take the Hawkeyes, knowing not much about it at all.
I know. I'll go Iowa. Go Hawks.
Yep, Iowa.
And then WNBA preseason, so I know it's not all that, but the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark are at the Connecticut Sun today. Actually, tomorrow. I should say it's tomorrow.
Yeah, preseason's kind of tough to pick. You don't
I
even
know.
know how long they're going to play. I'll take the Connecticut Sun.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark struggled a little bit her last time out, so I think she's going to